Hey guys, what's going on? Sam here, and I'm ready to answer your questions on questions on questions on questions. So the first question is, how many people are in the band? Currently, it's just me and Nate, just because of my moving to Brooklyn, and Nate's actually moving to Brooklyn this coming fall. So Lights with Fire continues, and we'll be looking for a new drummer and bassist, possibly keyboardist.
I'm going to answer this question as it relates to the Afterthought album because it's kind of a complicated question. But basically there's 4 people that recorded the Afterthought album. We had Ryan Stewart on the drums, Eric Ellison on the bass, Samantha Stott with the lead vocals and acoustic guitar and piano, and I played electric guitar and trumpet and did some background vocals.
Are you guys in separate places? If so, how do you write? So, we have been in separate places. Typically, I come up with the main melodies and the lyrics and such, and just kind of the structure of the songs. And I show them to Nate. And Nate is a magician. He puts so basically I bake a cake for him, and he puts the icing on and he gets all them good sprinkles and chef's kiss, baby. He makes the magic happen. So basically I'll send him something and he'll kind of do his thing with it. And yeah, so we kind of collaborate like that.
When did you start making music together? So, as far as me in the band, Samantha and I met my sophomore year of college at UWF in the music department, and that was in 2016. So we met in the first week of school and ended up getting lunch together and talking about that we both like to make our own music outside of the classical music that we were doing in the department. And I guess a month or two after that, she contacted me about playing electric guitar in Lights with Fire, and that has not stopped since then. So it's been 4 years.
I actually can't specifically remember where I kind of thought of it, I guess. But I remember really liking the way that when you hear it, it creates this kind of imagery in your head. So I really like that about it. And you say the name over and over again, you're like, wow, that band name sucks, but we're keeping it. So, favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time is probably Interstellar. 3 hours of goodies in that film. The film is so good. I've been watching a lot of A24 recently. I've been trying to just watch all of them. Yeah, I really like those.
So, I don't really have a favorite movie, one favorite movie, but I kind of try and find things that I like about all movies that I watch. And some movies are objectively bad, but sometimes I like to watch movies that are kind of badly made because it's just fun. A more specific answer to this question is, lately I've been getting into watching A24 movies. I haven't seen a movie by that film group yet that I haven't liked. So, movies that are like what they make.
Favorite Thom Yorke hairstyle? Such a good question. Personally, I really liked the platinum blonde 90s cut he had. Was so good. For example, the MTV Unplugged, when he's yelling about Jim Morrison.
All of the hairstyles that I've seen on him were pretty cool, and I should probably look into more of them because I could use the inspiration, as you can see.
Have you tried whipped coffee? No, but I will.
I have not tried whipped coffee, and so far from the pictures that I've seen of it, it doesn't seem like my kind of thing. I really like coffee, but it seems a little bit too thick for my taste, but I'm down to try it. So after all this quarantine stuff is over, I'll probably go to a place that can make some really good whipped coffee and give it a try.
How to buy your music. Currently the only way you can buy our music is through Bandcamp. You don't have to pay. Like, it's up to the listener. There's like a little spot where you can put in how much you want to pay if you want to pay, but it's up to the listener. I don't really, yeah. Bands, albums that influenced the new album. So I kind of have been really going in a folky direction with my writing. And a lot of it, I can't really put a finger on where it comes from necessarily. But obviously I take a lot of influence from Radiohead. I also take a lot of influence from Sufjan Stevens, in the way that he writes, but also in his lyrics, but then also in the way he creates an atmosphere. I really love like creating I kind of like each song to be like a story. Kind of has, you know, your beginning, like it's kind of a journey. I like to make every song its own journey.
For me personally, and I think for Sam too, we were inspired a lot by this Pensacola group called Surrounder. Repping their shirt right now. And it's not really that we took specific ideas from their music, but just the general vibe of making music that's fun to listen to, but at the same time kind of like turns your head sometimes and takes you to a place that you didn't really expect. I think that's an idea that we were rolling with a lot on this new album, is kind of making some songs that were vastly different from the Disorientation EP, but at the same time having like our sound about them. Another band that directly influenced our new album is The Juice Is Okay. Their frontman Matt recorded and produced the album, so I ended up using a lot of their pedals and things like that, so they definitely influenced my sound on the guitar for sure. And yeah. Favorite
track on the record. Okay, my favorite song on this is Haruki. It's the last song. I'm so excited for you guys to hear this. It's probably I don't want to say weirdest, but most interesting song that I've ever written. It's got a lot going on. My parents said at one point it sounds like Blondie, which is pretty epic. But yeah, you're gonna have to hear it.
My personal favorite is Haruki, because the process of recording that song sort of transformed it into something that I didn't expect it to be from the start. So Haruki is my favorite song on the record, and one of my favorite songs that I'm a part of as a musician.
What the album as a whole represents to you, oh my god. It's been about 5 years put into all of these songs. It's about, it's really hard to put into words just because it's kind of like my diary in a sense. Kind of just things that I go through, things that I experience. A lot of it is me talking to myself. It kind of just means everything to me. It's like my child, and I am very excited for you guys to hear it.
To me, those 2 weeks that we were recording the album were just a really fun time for me, and it kind of represents a turning point in my life, because I'm about to be making a transition to take this band to Brooklyn and everything, and so it sort of represents a turning point in my life personally. So that's my take on that question.
What do you hope people listening will take away? I really hope that these songs can make you feel something. Oftentimes we get in this way that you feel like you haven't experienced maybe happiness or just kind of very extreme feelings. And something that I love when I'm listening to music is that it's so intense and kind of like takes your brain over in this beautiful way. So I hope that it has that effect on you and that you enjoy it.
I hope that you can find things about this album that are very personal to you, and I hope that there's songs that make you really happy and want to dance around, and I hope there's songs that bring you to a more reflective state, and I hope that all of the different songs can affect you in a very personal way.
Explanation of the album cover. Oof. So the whole skeleton thing, I don't know if I should tell you guys this. This is very, very personal. The whole skeleton thing has to do with an ex of mine. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna go into detail about that. But yeah, that's the little skeleton on the cover. And the laughing skeleton lullaby is the guy laughing on the cover. So yeah, really hope you guys enjoy it. April 24th, is our due date, is our child's due date, and we hope you enjoy it. Bye guys.